Hi guys, we are the Public Relations team, and this is...
I'm Shirley.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Isa.
Wait, isn't screen from here? Okay. I'm Rachel. I'm Michelle.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Nish. I'm Ashley.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Yitzi, and we are the Public Relations team. The beginning of our semester, we started with developing our mission statement. The purpose of this is to get a better understanding and develop who we are as a team, what we come to represent, and why we do the things that we do. So what we are is we represent the public image of AguaClara, Cornell, and we raise awareness about AguaClara technologies through the support of AguaClara Reach. And for who do we do this for? We broke this down into 3 specific categories to help us divide the work and to understand the specific metrics that we need in order to be gauging our success in each of these areas. So we are working with Cornell, and this includes students, faculty, alumni, AguaClara team, going global, which includes colleges, Honduras, Colombia, Reach, General, and the website is to enhance our online presence to contribute to all of those aspects. With that, I'll pass to Isa.
So one of the first projects we worked on in the second half of the semester is a business card that members of AguaClara could use. We first started creating it for Marcin, who is a grad student who is working under Monroe. And this business card, the idea was that it would have AguaClara colors and the AguaClara logo. It also has the Cornell logos, and it's so kind of like merging the two together. And we tried to make it simple and minimal, which goes with the rest of our designs as well, and kind of like the overall theme that we use for all our designs. Another project we've been working on is a brochure for Rotary, and this is just the first draft because we actually need to add in a lot more information on it. It'll be done at the end of the month. And this is a brochure that will be used at a Rotary conference that one of our team members is attending, along with the president of the AguaClara Reach board, John Finn. And so the idea about this brochure was to talk about our plans, talk about our research, and like the problems we're solving, and then merge that with how Rotary is going to help us and what Rotary is working on as well.
So another thing that we've been working on in terms of social media is continued posts on both Instagram and Facebook. So about once or twice a week, we'll post something about events that are going on or just lab work. One of the things that we've implemented that's new this second half of the semester is the highlighted stories. So they basically are saved stories that you can watch anytime past the 24-hour mark that will look at things that are going on in the lab and on the different sub-teams. Another thing that we've done is, aside from the CE takeover that we did the first half of the semester, we've scheduled 2 more for the second half of, for next year. And they will be around the beginning of the semester, or of the year, to help with recruitment and presence on campus.
Okay, so this semester we started on the press kit, and we've been continuing adding one-pagers onto it. So the press kit is meant for potential press and also AguaClara members, so it includes stuff from technical information to more general things regarding the team. And since the our last presentation, we've added people working on it, and on top of formatting and uniformity across press kit, we also discussed new ideas, such as a series on larger teams, including apps and algorithms and research, to give an idea of how we operate and how are we involved with the plans and with the team in general. And we generally try to lay out things for potentially the next semester PR team to work on and to continue off from. As you can see, these are 2 of our newest pages. Some of them were developed on Canva, but all completed ones are available on Figma to view. And this semester we also worked on alumni mailing list because the current one we have on Confluence has been giving us issues and difficulties as they've been logging us out of Google Gmail. And so the one we currently have, the mentor mailing list, is very good, and we'll be working on that next semester as well.
So, as we talked about in the symposium, there was the water treatment processing video. This has been really successful as a tool for increasing the awareness of the general processes that are in the AguaClara plant, whether it's in regards to existing members needing to brush up on how the different processes like chlorination, flocculation, filtration go. And it's also going to be used in our recruiting videos that we're going to start doing next semester. It's going to be used in tandem with a general recruitment video that we've been working on as in addition to this one. This one is more for the onboarding process, like talked about the last one. And this is something I'm really excited about, the team weekly meetings. We've created a system of theming them. So with a big sub-team of 10 members, it's very difficult to find a time that everyone can meet at once. And then once we've found that time, it's hard to get everybody to come to the same place with a positive attitude, especially if it's at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. It's kind of a sleepy time and it's not the best. So we decided to create a theme where each one member about every semester gets to choose a name of a theme in order to foster creativity, deepen our team bond, and keep things lighthearted because you have to have a creative space if you're in public relations. So some examples of past themes have been very fun, exciting things like speaking in a British accent, spring break, birthday soiree, opposite day, Valentine's Day, and what's your favorite fruit? These are all really good examples of ways that we've gotten to know each other on a deeper level and become closer as a team because we are a huge sub-team. So that bond is very essential in being able to be creative in moving forward.
Some other tasks that we completed this year had to do with the annual Honduras trip, where about 10 to 15 to 20 students go to Honduras each year. So the first thing that we are working still continuously on is a manual. This is to help new members gain more information about the trip before they go on the trip. We sent out a survey to all the people that went on the trip this year, and all the results are collected, and we are highlighting different parts and concising all the information to make a manual for the new members that want to go on this trip. Something else that we did was create a new PowerPoint to help showcase our experiences and motivate members to go. And something else was we took over 5,000 photos during our time there, and it is very hard to look through all of them each time we're trying to make a presentation. So we're trying to organize those photos into different folders based on either plants or based on different processes and stuff like that. Something else, as a public relations team, we are trying to create good relationships with not only all members of AguaClara, but also our community. And so a few of us went to the Ithaca High School climate strike. It was a really awesome experience. We got to see a lot of members of the Ithaca community, as well as the Cornell community, give talks. It was a very motivational experience.
So following the march in New York City, we held one at Cornell on March 22nd. We had a moderate turnout due to the rainy weather. However, we still took a walk around the arts quad and we ended very nicely. We hope to support them more next year, whether it be help them make more promotional material or spread the word and help them raise more money.
So another thing that we did this semester was trying to make a kind of expansion presentation for giving to people who can be part of our new expanding network of partners. And that included making a presentation in English and in Spanish. And so we actually worked very hard on making a presentation that kind of encapsulated the aspects of AguaClara that we wanted to transmit. So things like our technology and our impact in communities. And so we worked very diligently to make a presentation that was looked visually stunning and also transmitted those messages that we wanted to show. And that presentation actually helped us with our next step, our expansion to Colombia. And actually, myself and another AguaClara student will be traveling to Colombia to present not just the presentation, but also a poster that we were working on in a conference for AguaClara, which is an association of engineers in the sector of water and sanitation in Colombia. And so this is very, very exciting because the work that we have done has directly allowed us to kind of showcase AguaClara at this international conference. Additionally, while we're there, we're going to be meeting with people in the university called La Javeriana, which is a pretty prestigious Colombian university. And we hope to establish relationships with them and see how we can continue to build AguaClara and these partnerships in new nations and new places. Additionally, we're also going to be meeting with a couple of ministries in the government, so the Ministry of Agriculture and also the Ministry of Housing. And so we have designed the presentation in a way that it can be versatile and it has different audiences which it can be presented to. We can take out some technical parts of it for audiences that are less technical and add in some more technical aspects again for audiences that are like engineers and they know more about the issues. And so we're very proud of what we have done and what we're able to take to Colombia as we continue to expand.
So in order to support that mission of expansion into Colombia, I had the opportunity to meet with the Minister of Finance over spring break, as well as a Colombian congressman. They seemed extremely interested. They had an individual session with each of them, and we pitched the AguaClara idea as well as the AguaClara technology, and they're very much behind it, and they seem to be passionate. During that same time in spring break, I had the opportunity to present to the American Association of Venezuelan Engineers. Currently in Caracas, they have a huge issue with electricity, and their water plants are powered by electricity, as well as most of Venezuela. So there's now a big push in order to decentralize that system and have it run on an electricity-free system such as AguaClara. So they're considering us as a potential partner, and we'll hopefully continue to collaborate and work with them in the future. They gave us extremely valuable feedback. That's where we pitched the presentation that Kevin was just talking about, and they really helped us to develop our expansion system. Additionally, we had extremely formative semester with the AguaClara Reach Volunteers and the AguaClara Reach Board, and there have been a number of extremely useful things that have come of it. Now AguaClara Reach Volunteers are using Slack to communicate under the AguaClara team channel. That has been hugely helpful. There's going to be a liaison between AguaClara Reach and AguaClara Formal at all times from now on, so now we're going to become this seamless system where when a student now graduates from the AguaClara program, they have a way to go into the AguaClara system continually as an alumni, and that'll be through the volunteer network. They did a number of events, including the Walk for Water, which we helped support them with posters and some promotional material, as well as they just had a happy hour, and they sent us a congratulations cake. Thank you, volunteers. Through the AguaClara Reach Volunteers, I'm going to be presenting at the NIWEA conference of this upcoming June 12th, and this is going to be an incredible opportunity to pitch AguaClara technologies to extremely relevant and important stakeholders in the New York area. And yeah, that was that. And through the AguaClara Reach system, we helped raise $10,000 for the Rotary, through Rotary, in order to support AguaClara Reach and AguaClara Reach volunteers. And that money is going to be used to send John Finn to Hamburg for the Wasserag conference, where I'll be joining him and presenting on AguaClara technologies. And this brings us to...
So another big part of expanding AguaClara is expanding it to other colleges here in the United States. So right now we're in the talks with Ohio State University and Notre Dame. Ohio State is actually using AguaClara technology to build their own water treatment plant in Tanzania. They're also sending a student here to Ithaca to take a part of the Cornell AguaClara program during the summer, which is going to be pretty exciting. Ohio State and Notre Dame both are interested in starting their own water research program at their colleges, and so this whole thing is sort of bringing us to think about what expanding AguaClara means. We're having a lot of talks with Reach. This includes Zoe, and we have decided, or we're thinking that we will have a horizontal level maybe of communication, that all the members from all three colleges will be on a horizontal level, and it'll form a board where decisions will be made rather than a vertical with AguaClara Cornell at the top. So this is what we're talking about right now, but it's still very much in the air for the future.
One of the needs that we identified at the start of this semester was the need for a new trifold. The old one was battered and rough, and we didn't know exactly where to go to get the files. We didn't know how to update it in an easy way, one piece at a time. So part of the process has been creating on Figma a collection of modules, essentially, which can be used to compose a trifold, but which can also be used in other materials, since there's a lot of overlap between things that are needed. This is a section about our teams, what specifically each team does, a section about plans, about what makes the AguaClara technology unique, also about the geographic places where the technology is present. And it's designed in such a way that one section can be copied and pasted into any other. So we've also made some posters in this way, and as we discussed in the symposium, the logic for migrating to Figma is to establish a sense of continuity between the semesters, so that if one person makes something and then leaves, it doesn't make it so that the next semester people are trying to contact them to figure out where all the graphics are. Since it's on Figma, it's a seamless transition year to year, and we've done our best to make sure that all the resources and graphics that we make are available on Figma. So, on that note, we have created some custom graphics on Figma. These are things that can be put on brochures, things that can be put on the trifold, and also we've made some of our own icons. So there's just we also have photos on there, and essentially we're trying to make it so that when someone's going to make some AguaClara materials, they can find a collection of graphics and designs that are consistent with the brand, and they can make things that look consistent with whether you're talking about brochures or business cards, or whether you're talking about a poster, which we also worked on, whether you're talking about trifold. And you can also make trifolds for different constituencies, so you can make one that's more technical, less technical. You can adapt it to the audience that you want to present for.
Okay, so just a few of the changes that we made for this semester to the website included updating the team and sub-team information, and also including all our social media links, our GitHub repository, and other methods of contact in our footer. This just helps in our goal of getting the website visitors more connected with AguaClara Cornell and the work that we do. So we also worked on search engine optimization this semester, which is really important because we want AguaClara Cornell to be the first result that shows up when you Google AguaClara. So this just involves including certain keywords on our website to make sure it shows up in any search engine results. And then finally, we included info about AguaClara Reach on our website because AguaClara extends to beyond just AguaClara Cornell, and we just want people to have an idea of like how our whole hierarchy works. And then something that was requested in previous semesters was adding in a contact us page. So if you scroll to the bottom of our website and then click on the email icon, it'll bring you to this contact us page. So all you have to do is fill in your name, your email, and then whatever message you want to send to the team. So once you hit send email, it'll send the message to aguaclara@cornell.edu. And right now, the way we have it working is that we're using Whomst to collect the form submissions and then send it directly to our email. But in the future, we probably want to write our own script that'll collect the form submissions and handle it that way.
Okay, so currently on the website we have a interactive map that shows our plant locations and the information. But a problem that recently came up was that users who are interacting with the map can delete the points on it. So we need to find a different way to host this map without allowing changes to be made, or change some settings on Google Maps. Oh, my bad. We also need to work on getting testimonials and photos from current existing members that we can put on our recruitment page. And also something else that isn't as high of a priority but would be nice is to have dynamic team updates through Google Sheets that will allow team leads or team members to change the member information on the website easier.
Another big thing that we worked on this semester was the AguaClara Formal. So a lot of work went into it, like starting from the beginning of the semester. What we did was book the venue, worked with the Big Red Barn staff, ordered food, made senior awards, paper plate awards, and then just like scheduled the timeline of events. And I think this is something that we should continue to do in the future because we had over like 60 people attending, and it's just like a great way to give the team closure at the end of the year, and then a nice way to honor the seniors and all their work.
Right, so this brings us to the end of our presentation and the important key takeaways. So, as you can see, our mission is to represent the public image of AguaClara Cornell, and we do that using the 3 metrics that we spoke about, using the Cornell, through which we represent, the Going Global, through which we connect, and through the website with which we engage with all of our potential partners in the future. We look forward to working with you guys soon. Cool beans.